talking about the effects of fatherlessness. And here we go. You need a dad, you need a father, you need a strength, not just a mother. You need the safety, that protection, that you won't be looking in any direction. You need that love without condition, one that's providing with provisions. For those who lack, for those in need, here, take this seed. God will provide, God will protect, God is love, God is your father. That's my bars for you all. Listen, here, there are many ways that people can be fatherless, and it's worth talking about. It is. Let's get into it. Some of the ways, and if you think of some that I may have missed out on, let me know. Because some people, they may have had somebody just a sperm donor. I'm a doctor. We can talk. We could talk like that because I'm a whole medical doctor. There's some people that actually all they provided was the XY chromosome, either the X or the Y, to determine whether you're going to be a girl or a boy. That's all they provided. They may have done that through artificial insemination, and you end up with a single mom that had this sperm donor. Then you could have a single mom that adopted a child that needed a home. That's how we're talking about how people will end up fatherless. And some people, maybe their father died. I mean, it happens. One of my best friends, her husband died when the baby was young. And a lot of our close friends, young men, filled in and chipped in to be a father to her son because he was fatherless. His father's died. His grandfather chipped in, his dad's best friend. People chipped in to serve as that father figure. Maybe the dad is away at school. Is that away at college? One of our friends from... he's kind of, he's in the music business and the streets of New York. They say you're away at college. You upstream, you're in a special place. You're away from the rest of us in prison. Anyway, so some fathers may be absent because they're away. And some fathers may be absent because they're away mentally. They have some sort of mental illness. There's something going on that prevents them from being present. Some kids, they just have two mothers, with various circumstances, however that happens. They have two moms, no father. Typically, that's like a lesbian couple. Some just live with their grandma. That's it. There's no dad around. Maybe their parents just dropped them off at grandma, bam, done, gone. And there are some fathers that actually, they're present in the home and they've acquiesced their responsibilities over to the mom, to the grandma, whoever is there. They are just not being fatherly. And these things provide and cause problems. We've seen it a lot in our society. I don't want to get too preachy, but I'm gonna get preachy. Let's get into it. One effect of fatherlessness, however it may occur, and let me back up and say there are gonna be times where other people can fill in and come in and really serve that fatherly, protective, nurturing care that a father gives. Sometimes somebody can chip in and come in and do that. For fatherless, you ask them. They still feel that void. They still feel that emptiness. Reason number one that happens without fathers, there is a vulnerability there to a lot of outside influence, whatever it is your family culture or your family beliefs. Without a father serving as a strong blockade, oftentimes a lot of other things can seep in. Fathers don't put up with a lot of stuff. Mom, I'm a mom. I'm a whole mom. I'm a Jamaican mom, and I'm about it. And even me, can be a little, sure, no problem. Okay, do it. A little soft-handed with my kids when I should be a little harder. I don't see it all. And that's where fathers come in. Without them, the family, the kids can be vulnerable. That's why the Bible talks about the fatherless as being some of the most vulnerable around us. Number 2, without fathers, there is a resistance to discipline. You've seen it. Come on. You've seen it, right? Kids, you know them kids that don't got no daddy. Are you one of them? You know it. You see them. There's that resistance to discipline. You can't talk to them. They're just not accustomed to yielding to authority. Number 3, they are susceptible to poverty. With a dad in the home, there is more opportunity to earn, to make a living. There are more options. It is what it is. That's just how the world is set up, and that's how God made it. And you're more susceptible to poverty without a dad in the home. Number 4, you're more susceptible to be a victim of violence. Father provides protection and strength. At the end, where I tell you my story about the guy that was waiting for me after school, I'm pretty sure if I had no daddy, that man would have done pop. But stay and listen to the story, and you'll hear about it. But without a father, you're not as protected. And I'm talking about good fathers now, fathers that are really stepping up and being the man in your life. Without fathers, we're at number 5, you have a lot of your kids, you wisdom teethers, can end up being wrapped up in a lot of deviant behavior. You stepping outside of your boundaries. You push over your boundaries a lot more when your father is not present. Number 6, there is ill-defined masculinity. Without a father, you may end up being hyper masculine, just that toxic masculinity. You overshoot the shot. You're like, I don't even know what a man's supposed to be. I'm gonna just go for that one. You start pulling from all different type of places, trying to determine what a man is supposed to be. And you may go for the more hyper, over masculine person, or you may end up with too little masculinity. That's without a father in the home. You're not taught, especially young men, not taught how to be a man. Number 7, then you're with the young girls who end up being, their dad ends up being the one that teaches them what love looks like, end up looking for love in all the wrong places. Y'all seen it. Y'all seen them girls, like daddy issues. Am I talking to myself? You've seen it. Don't have me up here talking to myself, because it's true. Y'all know it. Y'all know it. Don't play with me. And you end up with trust issues. Your father teaches you trust, teaches you how to interact with the world. Without a father, a lot of people end up with trust issues. These are the results of fatherlessness. As we go and we celebrate Father's Day this weekend, and if you are lucky enough and fortunate enough to have a father that is behaving fatherly, providing, protecting, caring, loving, compassionate, empathetic, providing guidance. If you're fortunate enough to have a dad like that in your man, you make sure he knows. Get that man that new lawnmower that he wanted, that new grill. Get it, because you're fortunate. You're among the blessed among us. All right. Anyway, there you